Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Amrita's Code World. In my last lecture, I have discussed about different types of data types like numeric types, Boolean types and string data types. In this video, I will discuss about other data types like list, tuple and dictionary. But before I begin friends, as I always say that if you have not yet subscribed to my channel Amrita's Code World, please do subscribe and don't forget to click on bell icon to get notified of my upcoming videos. And yes, if you like my video, please do like. Okay, so friends, I'm going to start with discussion of lists, tuples and dictionaries in this particular video. So let us begin with. These are the core data types we have seen in Python: numeric, Boolean, sequence type and dictionary. Numeric, in last video, we have already learned about the numeric data types like integer, float and complex number, then Boolean type and string type, which comes under sequence type. Now, today we are going to discuss about list, tuple and dictionary. What is a list? Lists are collection of items which are enclosed in square brackets, and each item has its own index value. Lists are mutable, means the items in a list can be modified. So let us see by using Python ideally how lists work and what is a list. So I am using a list. Suppose I am giving the name of the list or the identifier as list1, and I'm taking some elements or items. Say for example, I'm taking 45, 67.5, here I'm taking one string also, and then say for example the Boolean type. Okay. So as you can see that I have taken 4 items in the list. All the items are enclosed in square bracket and the items are separated by comma. Now we have mentioned that list is mutable type. Mutable means we can change the values of the list. Now, if I print the list now, so it will display the values in it. I would like to change the value. So what I can do is that the name of the list and then square bracket, I can give the position or the index value which starts from 0 and assigning some other value in it. Now let us see that what is the modified list now or the updated list. We can see here. See now the values have changed. That 45, the first element, which is at index 0, is changed from 45 to 95. So now hope this is clear to you that what is a list. It's a collection of items which are enclosed in square bracket, and we are accessing the element by the index, and also it is mutable. Index of first item of a list is 0, that we have already seen just now, and the last item is n-1. What is n? N is nothing but the number of items in the list. As you can see here, first index is 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. So there are altogether 5 elements and the index starting from 0. So last index is 5 minus 1, that is 4. And this way the indexing is known as forward indexing. Now what about backward indexing? It starts from -1, then -2, -3, -4 and -5. So list indexing can be done either forward indexing or backward indexing. And at this index, each index, the values are placed in a list. Now, how to create a list? Lists are enclosed in square brackets and each item is separated by a comma that we have already seen just now. How to access items from a list? List items can be accessed using its index position. Now let us see how. Say for example, I would like to access the third element from this list, list 1. So what I can do, I can take the name of the list and in square bracket, third element means 0, 1, 2. That means the index 2. So what is the value in it? The value in it is hello. And also we can see here that list a collection of items, but each item can be of either similar types or different types. Here we can see like 95, it is of integer type, 67.5, it is of floating point type, hello is string type, and true is Boolean type. Iterating through a list. What do we mean by that? List elements can be accessed using the looping statements. That means what? Let us see. Say for example, if I would like to go through each and every element of the list, so I can do so by using the for loop. So I can write like for I in range. Range is a function which takes 3 parameters by default: start value, stop value, and the step value. So I specify here, I would like to go to each item of the list. So the first index is 0, that is a start value. Then I am using len of list 1. What is len? Len is a function which finds out the length of the list, means that how many elements are there in the list. As we can see here, that range function has start value, stop value, and step value. And step value is optional. So if step value is not provided, it will be taken as 1. So now, when we iterate through the loop, that means we would like to access each and element of the list from the first index till the end. Then I use here, see, it has been indented because for loop, under that block, we are using the body of the loop, and here I would like to display the value of each index. So list 1, and here I put I will go through 0 to till the last element. So now, and also I may like to display the values on the same line. So I will write end equal, just a space here in the quotes. So now see here, like each element is displayed because using the for loop, that iteration, we are going through each and every element of the list. And see here, now if I would like to print that each element on different line, so what I will avoid, I will avoid this end equal space. So now if I use this, now see here, each element is being displayed on different lines. Now, slicing of a list. List elements can be accessed in subparts as well. So how we can see that? See for example, in this list itself, that I would like to see the subpart of it. So how we can access? Say for example, list 1, I would like to see the second and third element. So I will start from second element means index 1, then third element means index 2 because it is starting from 0. So I use the colon in between 1 and 2. So that is defining the range basically. So I just press it. So now we can see that 67.5 it's been displayed. Why? Because at one index 67.5 is there and stop value 2. So that means it will go till 1. 2 minus 1, 1. Now if I would like to see the second and third both the elements, then I would use 1 colon 3, because if I use 3 here as a stop value, then it will go till 2. So now it will display 67.5 and hello. Now if I would like to display from the first one till the last, so I can do one thing. I just would like to start from 0 and I can leave the stop value. That is, I would not mention any stop value here. So now it's displaying all the elements of the list. Now, how to update a list? We can update a single element or multiple elements in the list by giving the slice on the left hand side of the assignment operator. So how we can achieve that? So let us see. Say for example, list 1 equals to, I would like to give some values. Say for example, 56, 78, 89. I am now presently I'm taking all integers values. So now I would like to update a single element. So as I've already shown in the beginning of the video, at list 1, I would like to change the third element. So I'm just giving the index value equals to, I just saying it as, say for some other number, 97. So now if you see the modified list, print list 1. So you can see that third element, which was 89 earlier, that has been changed to 97. So like this way, we can change one single element. We can also change multiple elements, also update our multiple elements by using slicing, using that range operator. So here I can use list 1 equals to, suppose I would like to change second and third, both the elements, that is 78 and 97. So I would like to start from 1, but since we'll have to also change the second and third element, so I'll have to write here 1, 2, and 3 here. So now equals to, I would like to change it to say for example, 35, and the second element, that is, say for example, 23. So now if I see the updated list, so I can see here that the second and third elements been changed to 35 and 23, which was earlier 78 and 97. Now, how to add item to a list? We can use either append function or extend function. Append function is used to add an item to a list, one item to a list, and extend function is used to add multiple items at a time in the list. So let us see how to use append function. And let's see, for example, I would like to add one more element at the end. There's a fifth element I want to add. So I can use append function. Okay, so I would like to append, say for example, the value 90, I would like to append with the list. So now if I would like to print the list, so I can see this updated list is, there's 5 elements are there now, because one last element which is added, that is 90, and you can see that append function is used to add an item at the end of the list. So now if I would like to add multiple items in the list, so I can use, in place of append, extend function. So I can use here list 1 dot, how to use the function, just see that list 1 dot, the name of the list, and dot, and the extend function. So now I'll have to give the multiple items in a square bracket. So here I would give the values, say for 67, 31, say for example 75. So I have given 3 elements in a square bracket. I'll have to give, because it's taking actually as a single unit. So now if I print the updated list, where we can see that these 3 elements, 67, 1 and 75 are added at the end of the list. So we can add multiple elements as well as one element at the end of the list. Now, how to add two lists? Items of two lists can be added by concatenation. What is concatenation? The plus operator actually concatenates two lists. How? We will see. Now, we already have list 1 here. I would like to have another list. Say, for example, list 2. Say, for example, list 2 equals, suppose I am using some element here. Okay. Say, for example, there are 3 elements in this list, list 2. So now I would like to add these two lists into list 3. So list 3 equals to, I would like to add list 1 plus list 2. So now if I print list 3, we will see that both the lists got added here. So first list 1 and then list 2. So list 1 is till 75, 56 to 75. As you can see, this is list 1. And list 2, that is 34, 68, and 12, that's been added at the end. Now, how to delete item from a list? See here, we can delete the entire list by using del statement, del and the name of the list. Then also we can delete specific items from the list by using slicing. Or you can also delete one single element using a list. So how? Let us see. Say, for example, I would like to delete the entire list 2. So I use del list 2. So now that list 2, all the elements are deleted from the from list 2. Now, okay, now if I would like to delete some part of the list, so I can do by slicing like this. Say, for example, I use del statement, then list 1, then I would like to delete the first 2 elements, so I would like to use 0:2. So it will delete the items at 0 and 1 index. So now if I print list 1, so it will display 34 and 14, that means 56 and 78 got deleted. So these are the basic operations we can do with a list. So see your Python expression len of 4 to 3. So len means it will find out the length of the list. That means how many elements are there present in the list. So the result is 3, and the description that it will find out the length of the list. Then if you want to concatenate the list, we will be using the plus operator. So you can see here 423 plus 156. So it will become 423, 156, one particular list. So it's used for concatenation. Then also we can use for replication. We can use that multiplications with the list. So if I write CS colon into 4, so it will be repeated 4 times. Then we can also check the membership with the help of membership operator. So 3 in 423. So the 3 is present in the list or not. Yes, it will give you true because 3 is present. So we can check the membership operator also. Then also we can iterate through the list. So like this for x in 423. So print x, so it will display each and every element of the list. So it will go through each and every item of the list. So it will iterate through the list. So all these operations I'll be showing in my upcoming videos, like I will make a video on only this particular topic, that is list. So this is just the beginning, friends. So we'll have to experiment a lot with these kind of data types. Now next we have is tuple. What is tuple? Tuple also are sequence type. These are collection of items which are enclosed in parentheses, not in square bracket. And each item has its own index value. just like a list. So let us see what is a tuple. So for example, the name of the tuple I give as TUP and I assign some values in it. So for example, here also in case of tuple also we can see that we can assign different types of elements into it, like mix of integer, float, and maybe string. Okay, so this is a tuple where the values are enclosed in parentheses. Now, it is a sequence of immutable objects, means the items in a tuple cannot be modified. That means, see here, if like just like list, if we would like to modify any item, say for example tup, and I am giving the index, say for example I would like to change the second element, so I give some values, say for example P7. But see, we are getting error because tuple object does not support item assignment. Why? Because tuple is immutable. We cannot modify the values in a tuple. Okay, so now how to create a tuple? Just like list, we have seen that our tuple is enclosed in parentheses for creation and each item is separated by a comma. How to access items from a tuple? Just like list, we use the square brackets for slicing along with the index or indices to obtain the value available at that index. So like this, say for example, if I would like to print, say for example, the second element, so I'll provide the index 1. Why? Because the index starts from 0. So I can see that it's printing 89.7. I can also print multiple elements using slicing here also. So we can use print tup1 tup. Okay, so I would like to print 1 colon, say for example I give here 3. So now it will print what? 89.7 and hello. Why? Because it will print the second element and the third element, because it's starting, the index here is 1 and 2. Okay, next, how we can iterate through a tuple? Just like the way we can iterate in case of a list, we can also iterate. Element of the tuple can be accessed using the loop. Just like this, I use here for I in range, same as we have done in case of list, lane of tup. So here also we can use length function. Length function can find out the length of the list. So now I use here print tup and then within square bracket I provide the index. So here as you can see that we can print the elements of the list and we can iterate through, we can print the element of the tuple and we can iterate through it. Now we will see that how we can delete a tuple elements. We know that tuples are immutable. So direct deletion of tuple element is not possible. But shifting of required content after discard of unwanted content to another tuple, that is possible. How we can do so? Say for example, we have a tuple. Say for example, some values I am giving, just some values I have given. So just 3 elements I keep it here, and then what I do is that I use tup2 equal, say for example tup here I give here 0 colon 1. So I would like to delete the middle element. So now I use tup. Okay, so here I use 2 colon. Okay, so here I give. Okay, so now if I print tup2, so what it will display? 56 and 90. That means 78 is got deleted. So how we have done it? That we have taken another tuple element and then here we have assigned from tup only 0 colon 1. That means it will take the first one And then we are starting from 2, that means 0, 1, 2, that means from 90, the value 90, and then till the end. So only one value will be taken because that is only the last element. So we are assigning here, and so directly we are not able to delete it, but indirectly we are able to delete some element from this tuple. Now, these are the basic tuple operations. That is, as we have seen in case of list also, len function, as we have seen that it is used to find out the length of the tuple. That is, how many elements are there in the tuple. Then we can use a concatenation operator, the second one. That is plus we can use. Then third one is a replication operator. So CS into 2 will give you CS. So replication will be there. In membership operator will check whether it is a member of the tuple or not. So here we have used here 5 in 1, 2, 3. Since 5 is not present, so it will give you false. Then also we can use iteration, that is for x in 4, 2, 3. So it will print 4, 2, 3. So it will print, or it will go through each and every element of the tuple. So this is all about tuple. Again, just like list, I will be making another video on tuple itself, so that we can see varieties of operations which we can do with the help of tuple. Now, next data type, which is also very important data type, which is dictionary. Python provides us various options to store multiple values under one variable name. Right? We have seen list and tuple already. Now, what is dictionary? It's also a collection like a string, list, and tuple. But what is it? How it is different from these data types like string, list, and tuple? Dictionary, unlike list and tuple, it's an unordered collection of items where each item consists of a key and a value. That is mutable. That means we can modify its contents, but the key must be unique and immutable. So what is a dictionary basically? So we can see here this key value pair, that items are enclosed in curly braces here instead of parenthesis or square bracket. We use square bracket in case of list, we use parenthesis in case of tuple, and in case of dictionary, we use curly braces. And here, we don't have a single element, we have key value pairs. And that key value is actually separated by a colon. So in between key and value, there is a colon. So now let us see how we can create a dictionary. To create a dictionary, it is needed to collect pairs of key value in curly braces, right? Then see here the syntax. We'll have to use the dictionary name, then equal, then we can use a pair of key values in curly braces, and each key value pairs are separated by commas. Just like this, see the example. Name of the dictionary is dict1 equal, see roll number, colon 1, name, colon Johnny. So roll number is a key, name is a key here, and value is 1 and Johnny. We have also learned that these keys are immutable. So that's why keys should be of either string type or tuple type or integer type or float type, because these are the immutable data types supported by Python. Whereas values can be of mutable types. Keys should always be of a immutable type and should be unique. So since in this dictionary we have used roll number and name, these two keys cannot be repeated because this should be unique. If we try to make keys as mutable, Python shows error. So let us see what I'm exactly talking about. Say for example, I have a dictionary, dict1 equal. So I'll have to use curly braces over here in place of square bracket or parenthesis. So I have here, say for example, I have roll number as a key. Okay, so that's a string, so I'll have to put it in quotes. And then suppose roll number 1. So next, suppose we have name as a key. So the value of the name, say for example, may be Johnny. Okay, so that I put it in curly braces. So I have created this dictionary. Okay, here Johnny should have been, why we are getting, because that Johnny should be in quotes, because Johnny is a string. So I can resolve this error by putting this Johnny inside quotes. So now there is no error. So if I print the dictionary, I see here that this is a key value pairs. And key should be unique. So we cannot use the same key like roll number and name twice. Okay, now if we try to make the keys mutable, so it will, Python will shows what? Python will show error. So we cannot change the key. Next, how to access the dictionary. To access a value from dictionary, we need to provide key. In list and tuple, we have seen that to access a value, we'll have to provide index. So those are ordered collection of items. But in case of dictionary, to access a value, we'll have to provide the key. So that means these are unordered collection of items. So here, if I would like to print the values 1 and Johnny, so I'll have to use the key in place of index. So dict1, if I use here name, that also has to be enclosed in quotes. So now if I see here, the value Johnny has been displayed. So if I provide the key, I get the value. Traversal of a dictionary. We use for loops to traverse a dictionary, just like we use for loop for a list and tuple. So let us see how we can do so. So see for here, for I in, so I just can write dict1. So I just change the name. I can use any name, but I am just K for key. So I am using the variable here as K for K in dict1. So I would like to print the key and the values maybe. So I put K, then I would like to, just give one space in between, and then I would like to display the value. So how to display the value? Dict1, and here we'll have to provide the key. So K will print the value, key, and dict1 inside square bracket, if I provide the key, so it will display the values. So see here how it's been displayed, the key and the value. Okay, in between space is given. Why? Because I have used here one space. To access key and value, we need to use keys and values. Now, if I would like to see the keys and values, so I can do so. Say for example here dict1 dot keys, if I call this function. So what it is displaying? See here the keys which are present in the dictionary, and see before it, it's coming dict underscore keys. Now if I would like to see the values, I can see it. Say for example dict1 dot values, I can call the function. So I will be able to see only the values which are present in the dictionary, that is 1 and Johnny. So now how to update an element in a dictionary. So see here, this syntax is used to update an element. How? So dictionary, then within square bracket, we'll have to provide the existing key and then the value. Say for example, we have a dictionary. Say for example, I use, say for example, class. Okay, class, say for example, class 12. Then I use, say, maybe string. Okay, so maybe the string is science. Okay, so I create this dictionary and then I would like to change the value. So what I should do, dict1, I would like to change the string maybe. So I provide the key here and I change the string to commerce in place of science. So I can do so by using this. So now if I print the dictionary here, so it's printing class 12 and string commerce in place of science. Now, del statement, del is a statement, it's not a function. Pop and clear statements are used to remove elements from the dictionary. How we can, if I would like to delete the entire dictionary, I can use del dict1. If I would like to only delete the values, so I can use it like, say for example, dict1 dot clear. So what will happen? It will eliminate the values. So see here, now if I would like to print the dict1, now we can see that it's showing empty dictionary. The values and keys are gone. Now, if I would like to delete the entire dictionary, so I would like to create another, now since the values are already gone, so I would like to again specify the values. Say for example, I copy from here itself. Okay, so now this is a dictionary. Now, if I just write del dict1, so the entire dictionary along with the, it will be also deleted from the memory. So if I would like to now print dictionary, see what will happen. It's giving you error. Why? Because dict1 is not existing in the memory as well. So this is a difference between the clear function and the del statement. Now how I can use the pop function here. Say for example, I create dict1. So I just copy again from here and I would like to use a pop function. So dict1.pop. So now see here, it pop expected at least one argument, that means parameter. So without parameter, I cannot use pop. So I would like to give the key. Say for example, I would delete the class from here. So I'll have to pass this parameter. So now, so what has been deleted? That class 12 that's been deleted. So now if you see the updated dictionary, that means after deleting the class, so you can see that in dictionary we have only now stream and stream science. So I hope that lists, tuple and dictionaries, at least the ideas are clear. We'll have to learn in detail about list, tuple and dictionary because so many other functions are possible. I have just given the brief idea about the data types. That is only my aim now. So now what is type conversion? That is data type conversion. The process of converting the value of one data type, that is maybe integer, string, float, whatever, to another data type is called type conversion. So that means we are converting from one data type to another data type, and that is supported by Python. Okay, type conversions are of two types, implicit and explicit. What is implicit type conversion? Implicit type of conversion where it is done automatically by the Python compiler. Python automatically converts one data type to another data type and there is no intervention of the programmer or the user. So no involvement of the user is there. What is explicit conversion? In this, users convert the data type of an object to the required data type. We use the predefined functions like int, float, string, that is a str functions. Now, what we are talking about So let us see, say for example, var1, one variable. We have, say for example, 5 integer type, and say for example, var2 equals, say for example, 7.8. Now, if we use var1 equal var1 plus var2, that means we are adding var1 plus var2. Now, if we print var1, so it will print what? It will print 12.8. That is 5 plus 7.8, 12.8. That means the data type has been changed to floating point type. And this is the default nature of Python, that if we combine int and float, that means if any data type is of higher type, so it will be converted to that data type, and that has been done automatically. And so it is called as implicit type conversion. Now, what about explicit conversion? Explicit conversion means where we would like to change the data type forcefully in the program and where user intervention is required. So say for example, if we have var1, say for example, I have 5, okay, var2, say for example, we have 8. Now, default nature, as we know, that if we do var1 plus var2, and if we print var1, it will give you 13. So it's also of integer type, because integer plus integer, it will give you integer. Now, if you would like to convert forcefully into float type, so what we can do is like, we can do typecasting like this. Say for example, I would like to change it to float. So what I will do, I will write float, and then see now if you print var1, so it's not showing now 21, it's showing 21.0. Earlier that var1 became 13, var2 is 8, 8. So 13 plus 8 is 21. So it's giving, in place of giving 21, it's giving 21.0. Why? Because by forcefully we have converted into float. So hope now the idea of data types and type conversion is clear. Okay, thank you friends for watching the video. Please do subscribe to my channel, Amrita's Code World. Click on the bell icon and also do like my channel. See you in my next video. Thank you.